is it your evidence before this tribunal that you have a vulva, that you have external female genitalia?
I'm not going to answer that, but I've said I'm intersex, and I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to ask you what you have in between your legs. I'm not answering that question.
Okay, this case isn't about me. This is about your request for a service from somebody who works out of her home, and you have just a moment, you have accused her of discrimination for refusing to provide the service.
Yeah.
Okay, it is important, it is germane to the issue before this tribunal as to what service you are requesting. All right.
Again, I'm
Ms.
requesting.
Silva does not wax penises and testicles.
And I never asked her to. Again, I never asked her to. Show me here where I asked her to. I asked her for a Brazilian wax. Plain and simple.
Okay, that has a meaning. Okay,
Yes.
Words have meanings. When you ask somebody who works out of their private residence to come to their private residence and attend and have you take your clothing off, your underwear off.
Yeah, we know the details, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
I think it's important that people understand the details. Okay, a Brazilian is not just something like, can you sell me a hot dog at the baseball stadium downtown. Okay, it's the attending at somebody's personal residence where that person is going to work on your genitals and your genital area for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
Okay, and
A haircut takes a prolonged period of time too.
My point is that you are refusing to answer the question about the genitals that you expected this respondent to work on in her private residence. Okay. Well,
It's relevant to this complaint, and the question is, what were you asking Ms. Silva to wax?
I was asking for a female genital wax.
Sorry, you were, so just to be clear.
Yeah, a Brazilian wax.
No, but were you I'm not, forget Brazilian, male, female, whatever. What body part were you asking her to wax?
Genitals. The genital region.
What? Their defense hinges on a defense that she's not comfortable or waxing a scrotum. So are you talking about a scrotum, or are you talking about a vulva, or are you talking about both?
The second one.
Vulva?
Yeah.
You're saying you were asking her to wax a vulva?
Yeah.
you're under oath.
Yeah, I know that.
You're under oath, so your evidence before this tribunal now, despite the fact that all of your communications with the respondents is that you have male parts. Your evidence before this tribunal is that you have external, listen to what I'm saying, external female genitalia, labia, clitoris, vagina. That is your evidence before this tribunal.
I'm not going to say whether I have the whole thing. I'll say it exists.
Okay. No. Let's not play these games, okay? Externally, you're asking somebody to work on your genitals, okay? Your evidence to the tribunal is that you have a vulva. Do you understand what a vulva is?
Yeah, I do.
What is a vulva?
A vulva is the skin around the vagina.
No. The vulva is the external sex organs of a biological
I understand
female.
that.
Okay, it is not the external skin around the vagina.
Yeah.
It is the external female biological sex organs.
Yes.
And your evidence to the tribunal is that in addition to having a penis and scrotum, you also have a vulva.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say if it's a fully formed one or not.
Okay.
That's completely irrelevant.
Okay. At no point in time have you ever communicated to any of the respondents in these cases that you have a vulva. And I would put it to you that is a fabrication because you have been put on the spot.
No, not a fabrication at all, because I'm asking for a female wax, and that's final.
No, you have said that you identify as female.
Yeah.
Okay. In order to identify as something, that something has to be identifiable. If I say I identify as a tomato, everybody in this room immediately thinks of a red fruit that is round.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say that you identify as a female, what you are saying is that your personal identity, despite the fact that you were born as a man, is female.
Born as intersex, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any medical documentation to show that you were born with a vulva?
I don't need to show medical documentation.
Are you willing to submit to an independent medical exam as part of this tribunal's proceeding to verify whether or not you have a vulva?
No.
Mr. Cameron, I
That's
wouldn't
completely
require-
disgusting. And no.
Just one minute. I wouldn't require that in any event. I think the relevant question is what was she asking to have waxed? And she's answered that question. You've put it to her that wasn't said to the respondents, and that you're putting it to her that that's an allegation, and that's what she writes to you. But beyond that, that's as far as we're gonna go. Wait, no. He's asking questions, you're answering.
If you want to go ahead, go.
I'm going to say this. If you had something that was deformed in your body that was super embarrassing for you, and you were hiding it all your life, if you go and just tell anyone publicly, like, hey, this is what's going on with me. With all due respect, Mr. Cameron, I'm going to put it to you like this, and Mr. Kuzno will probably shut me up in 2 seconds, but I'm going to say it anyways. How do we know that you have a full penis, for example, and scrotum? Are you going and you advertise that to the whole entire world? How do we know what you have? How do we know what you have?
I would be up.
Ms. Yaniv, I know you anticipated this.
You don't
can't
go.
get into an argument, and I don't think it's quite proper to be using people here as examples, given that we're talking about genitals. It's just, it's not professional. So
put a random person on the road, okay? Just a random person on the road. How do you know what they have?
A random person on the road isn't asking to enter my client's residence and have their genitals waxed. Ms. De Silva only waxes female genitals. Okay, she does not.
Then why wasn't that not stated on the advertisement?
The Brazilian is known in the industry as being a female service.
That's not true.
Okay,
not true.
That was the evidence of the experts. You can disagree with the expert, but that was the evidence of the expert. Okay. Ms. De Silva is going to give testimony about what service she's comfortable providing in her personal residence.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I put it to you again that the contention that you have external female genitals is false, and that you are doing it because really at this
You're
point.
calling me a liar here.
just wait.
I'm saying that you're attempting to mislead the tribunal.
You're calling me a liar.
I'm not calling you anything.
That's what you're doing right now.
I am putting it to you that your contention that you have external female genitalia, which is the first time in all of these proceedings that you have made any comment to this effect, that is false. That is false. Okay?
Oh my God.
Yes or no?
I'm sorry?
Yes or no?
For what? What am I answering here?
He's asking you whether or not it's true or false.
True or false in what question?
What I'm saying is that it is false that you have external genitalia.
No, it's not false.
Okay. And so what genitalia are you saying? In addition
I said
to
both, and I'm not going to answer any more to that.
I think there's a question to ask.
Now I'm going to.
Mr. Cameron, do you understand what intersex even means?
No,
I'm
not here to answer questions.
No, do you understand what intersex means?
No, I'm not here
That's
to
what I want to know.
I'm not-
What?
You can't ask him questions, and at the end of the day, it's my decision and not Mr. Cameron's decision. So even if you were to convince him of something, it would have really no bearing. So right now, you just need to answer his question. At the end, you will have a chance to clarify anything that's come up during this testimony that you want to clarify, but for now, it's just a question.
What I want to state, though, is with intersex conditions, one thing works, the other one doesn't. I'm not going to say which one works and which one doesn't work. We'll just leave it at that.
There's plenty of evidence that you posted online regarding that subject.
I'm sorry?
Which we're going to get into in a moment.
I can't hear you.
Now, I am going to direct you back to Exhibit 1.
Okay, is that the profile?
No, this is Exhibit 1 in the Sandy.
I don't have it in front of me.
Just a moment, let me find it.
And are we allowed to be reviewing exhibits from other proceedings?
Yes, that was the agreement that the
Okay.
parties made, and that
Okay.